right, so welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to change the capture time of images in Lightroom if you did not sync your cameras before you get started. So I am going to use a sample gallery of one of my clients, and this is a really big gallery. We've got lots of stuff going on in here. So this should be a good example to show you exactly how to fix this issue. But first, let me just show you kind of what's going on in this gallery. So this is a wedding. We have 2853 images total. They've been separated out. She's separated them out into the different sections, but we're just going to look at them as a whole. I have everything sorted right here by file name, but if we sort by capture time, and we scroll, like specifically around the ceremony is where a lot of times you see this issue happening if your cameras aren't synced up. And not that you see this happening specifically in ceremony, but it's the most obvious in the ceremony because different things are happening. Like you can even see here, we've got an image where the bride and groom are kissing on the processional, and then we have images during the ceremony, and then we have the processional images during the ceremony. Like it's all out of order, out of whack, because the cameras were not time synced before the shooting began. So one way you can actually tell what the time differences are is by looking at some of the different images. Let's just look at this one. So this is an image during the processional. We're just going to click on that. And we're going to click metadata, edit capture time, just to see what the time was. So we have 4/5 at 7:01:56. And then if we cancel that, and then if we look at this one, 7:01, right? So obviously these are at the same time, but they were during different, things were happening differently. I can't speak. Things weren't happening differently, but obviously the times are off because this is during the ceremony and this is after the ceremony. So the camera times are not synced correctly. So the easiest way to go about getting these capture times changed so that things will show in the correct order if you're looking in chronological order or capture time is you need to isolate the images based on either the camera or the file name because sometimes you might have people shooting on the same camera, well, the same type of camera, but they're two different cameras, which is actually a scenario in this wedding itself. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to isolate down to camera types and get that fixed first, and then we will fix within the camera. So I'm going to click on metadata so we can see a little bit of what's going on here. So we can see that we have a Canon Mark III in play, and we also have a Canon 6D. Now, I just know from looking at this gallery before that we also have actually 3 different Mark III cameras in play, but the metadata is not going to delineate all the different actual cameras. It's just going to do by type. So once we get to the Mark III camera, we need to actually go by file names so that we can isolate the different cameras. But first, we're going to look at the 6D. And the best way to go about doing this is to find an image or an area during the day. We're going to look at the first kiss because that happened at a specific time, right? The first kiss happened, and hopefully all the cameras caught that first kiss so that we can make sure that we're kind of isolating all to that exact moment in time so that we can make sure that we're editing the capture time to an actual event that occurred that all 3 cameras hopefully, potentially captured, and then we can fix everything according to that. I hope that that makes sense. So we're going to look at the 6D camera first, and we're just going to find out what timestamp the 6D is saying that the first kiss took place. So let's look. Here it comes. Oh, here it is right here. So let's use this image right here since it's actually already been edited. And we'll click the edit capture time. Okay, so what time was this taken? This is, according to this camera, this was April 5th at 7:08:06 p.m. So I'm actually going to write that down just so I get the exact time. 7:08:06 on the 6D. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go see what timestamp we're not going to change anything yet, but we're going to go look at the Mark III camera. And since I know that there's a few different Mark IIIs in play here, I'm actually going to change the sort to file name. And you can see the file name up here in the top right hand corner. So we have the 408, the BKP, and then type of files. And then I think we have, the IMG files. So we want to make sure that on each one of these file names, we're looking for that first kiss. And hopefully it exists in all three of them. If not, we might have to do a little something else. But let's go see if we can find the first kiss on the 408 file name images. Okay, here's the ceremony. We got some stuff going on. And they're talking. Do we have a kiss? Oh, we're passing the ring around. Okay, it doesn't look like we have a kiss, but we have exchanging of the rings. So we can get close. So I'm going to save this one actually for last and change everything else first. And then we'll find another image that's similar in this file name so that we can isolate to that. So let's go look at the next set of images. Sorry if I'm going fast. I'm looking at the image titles really, or image names really quick. Let's go down to the BKP images. This was obviously the main camera because there's the most images of this file name. Okay, so here's the BKP images. So let's go see if we can find a kiss in this set of images. Do we not have any ceremony images? I thought we did. Got portraits. Oh, maybe I just didn't go far enough. Reception. Oh, here we go. Here's the ceremony. All right. We've got the processional. Oh, goodness. No, it doesn't look like we have. Oh, no, here's some. There's only a few. Is this a kiss? Doesn't look like it. It's close though. Okay, so let's take a look and just see what time this says. Oops, not that. We're going to go over here. 6:55. Okay, so we can see that that's quite a bit off from the 7:08 we had in the earlier. But since it's not the exact kiss, I don't want to change that one yet just because I want to, make sure we're getting pretty accurate in our capture times. So let's go down to the last set of images, which are the IMG images. Yep, here they are. Let's see if we have a kiss here. If we don't have a kiss, we just need to find some other event that was happening that is captured at the same time throughout the day so we can make sure the changes are reflected accurately. Okay. Ceremony. And I'm just walking through this process just as I would do it. I know this is taking probably longer than you would hope for it to take, but this is the process that you're going to go through if you have to deal with this. So I just want to make it as accurate as possible, as real life and accurate as possible. Okay, so we got a kiss coming up here. Where is the kiss? Oh, here it is. Okay. So we do have a kiss image here. So let's go ahead and look at the capture time for this. This is 7:04:19. Okay, so we've got on the IMG images, I'm just writing things down so I can be very accurate. We have 7. So we can tell we're not super off. We're like 4 or 5 minutes off, but it is going to matter. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to choose, what we're going to actually edit to, well, not edit to, but what we're going to change, what's going to be like our anchor time so that we can change everything else to be around that time. So since this image right here, I know is on the main shooter's camera, we're going to go ahead and choose this. And I don't think I remember seeing anything else that was represented on actual all 4 cameras, but we're going to go with this one first. So I am going to choose this as my anchor image that I'm going to edit the capture time, everything else according to this image. Well, we're only going to do it on the 60 and then we're going to go find some other stuff for the other 2. But so we're going to change all of these images on the 6D to reflect the time here since we have a kiss here and we have a kiss on the 6D. So the capture time for this was, again, 7:04:19 p.m. So we're going to go back to the 6D. And what we're going to do, this is very important. We're going to select all of the images on the 6D. We're just going to press shift and select everything. And then we're going to go back and find that kiss image that we looked at before, which is right here. And we are going to just click on it. Oh, that didn't work. Let me try this again. Maybe I need to have that selected first. This can be a little tricky. You have to have all the images selected in the camera, but then this image has to be highlighted. There we go. Okay, so you have to click on the picture. So you can see how everything is selected in gray, but this image specifically has the extra highlight on it. So that is selected. If you click in this area, it will unselect everything else. If you click on the picture itself, it will kind of double select. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to change the capture time of these photos. So I'm going to click metadata, edit capture time. So this is the original time, the 7:08, and we're going to change this to the capture time of that other original anchor image that we were just talking about, which is 7:04:19. Okay, and we're supposed to read what it says. Ratify the capture time stored in the selected photos by entering the correct time adjustment for the photos displayed to the left. Other photos, but not videos, will be adjusted by the same amount of time. So it's going to just adjust everything in this camera by that shift that I just made. So adjust to a specified date and time, corrected time, and we're going to change all. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And you won't see really anything happen other than if you just are on this photo. Let's select off here and click capture time. You'll see that the capture time is now changed to that 7:04. Oh, it did 09 instead of 19. That's not going to be too big of a difference. So we're just going to leave that as is. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we have the 6D changed. So we are going to, since we used the image from the IMG images, we're going to find something that's reflected similarly, maybe a processional image. Let me go, since we didn't have as many images in the BKP. And if all of that is making sense to you and you want to go for it, you feel free not to watch the rest of this video, but I'm going to get this all situated. So if you want to see that happen again, feel free to keep watching. Otherwise, you have a pretty good example of how to adjust the capture time to make things similar. But let's go look at the BKP images and see what we can find that might be similar in these other two. Oh, cake cutting is also usually a good one. Okay, let's see if we have any cake cutting in this. No, this ends at the ceremony, it looks like. Okay, do we have any processional images? We do. Okay, so we have some processional images from the BKP. Let's look up here. See if we have any. I think we do. Oh, we do. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so we've got this gal. Okay, these three with the kids. Let's see if we have that represented in both other sets of images. There's the bride coming in. Where are the people with the kid? Why am I not seeing that in these images? Okay, let's try something else. That is really strange. Not seeing that in the other set of images. So, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Again, I'm just doing this real time here, you guys. So, this is for the ceremony. Okay, we have the three little girls. I saw the three little girls. Okay, so let's see if we have the three little girls in the BKP images. Oh, here's those people. I just missed them. I don't know what I was looking at. Okay. Oh, here we have the three little girls. Okay, let's see what this capture time is. It is 6:43:51. So that is way off. BKP 6:43:51. And then let's go down here to the IMG and see if we have those three little gals. Come on, where are they? There they are. Perfect. Okay, so this is going to be our anchor image. And we're going to choose everything else. I don't know why I keep right clicking. Okay, we're going to click. So we're going to match everything to 646.57. 646.57. So we're about 3 minutes off. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to make sure all of our BKP images are selected. So this is a little bit trickier because you can't just click on the camera. You have to actually click on the images themselves and make sure that you have everything selected correctly. So let's go find the top of these BKP images. Here we go. We're close. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to select that, and then we're going to scroll all the way down to make sure we have all of the BKP images selected. Almost there. Almost. Oh my goodness, so many. Okay, here we go. We're going to click Shift to select everything. Then we're going to go find that picture of those 3 little girls so we make sure that we're doing this the right way. Okay. Oh goodness, am I going too fast? Yes. Okay, here we go. So we're going to click on the picture itself to select. There we go. So we have all the BKP images selected. This one is double selected. And we're going to edit the capture time, adjust, and we are going to adjust to 646.57. So we're going to click on 46.57. Perfect. Change all. And it's done. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing with this set of images up here at the top. The A08 images. Okay, we are going to go here, go all the way to the top, Shift, select, and then we're going to find those little girls. There they are. Select, metadata, capture time, 646. Oh, those are pretty close, but we're going to just change this to, I mean, it's a 1/5 of a second off. 646.57, change all. And it's done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to not filter by anything, sort by capture time. And you're going to see that things are now more in order. So we have all the processional images happening at the same time. And then if we go to the ceremony itself, we've got all the little girls here in order. We've got, the bride coming in, pictures of the groom, bride processional. All of this is now in order. So we've got the ceremony's happening, ceremony. Yep, everything's good. Got the rings, the issue with the rings, come back, do the rings, and then we've got the kiss. And the kiss, and then the recessional. So, okay, so it all worked. So we can now see that everything's in order and as it should be. So we can go back and go through our edit and our cull some more, and we don't have to worry about things all being out of whack. So that is how you go about changing the capture time on images in Lightroom. I know that it may seem a little confusing, but once you get it down, once you kind of understand how to isolate what you're trying to change the capture time for, make sure you have the exact right thing selected, and then just go in and find that one image that's that same event from throughout the day, and change everything according to that. You should be good. So I hope this video was helpful. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to add them down below. Thanks so much for joining. We'll see you next time. Bye.